Have you ever considered that some of the foods you commonly consume might be hazardous? While most foods are safe when handled properly, certain ones can become deadly if not prepared or eaten the right way. Let's take a closer look at 7 such foods that could pose serious risks if mishandled. Number 1. Red kidney beans. Red kidney beans contain a toxic protein called phytohemagglutinin (PHA), which is a type of lectin. Lectins are naturally occurring proteins in plants that can be toxic because they bind to carbohydrates on the surface of cells, disrupting their function. PHA is particularly dangerous because it interferes with the digestive system, leading to hemagglutination, clumping of red blood cells, and intestinal distress. PHA is highly toxic when red kidney beans are undercooked. Raw or undercooked beans contain high levels of PHA, and eating as few as 4 to 5 raw beans can lead to severe poisoning. Symptoms of poisoning from PHA include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and dehydration. The toxin causes irritation and damage to the gastrointestinal lining, leading to inflammation and impaired absorption of nutrients. Cooking beans at temperatures above 85 degrees Celsius (185 degrees Fahrenheit) for at least 10 minutes destroys most of the lectins, rendering them safe to eat. If beans are soaked at low temperatures or cooked at lower temperatures, the lectins remain active, making the beans dangerous to consume. Number 2. Apple seeds. Apple seeds contain amygdalin, a cyanogenic glycoside. When amygdalin is ingested, it gets broken down into hydrogen cyanide (HCN) in the digestive system. Cyanide is notorious for its ability to disrupt cellular respiration by inhibiting cytochrome C oxidase, an enzyme involved in the electron transport chain within the mitochondria. This enzyme is crucial for cells to produce energy via aerobic respiration. Without it, oxygen cannot be utilized, leading to hypoxia, a condition where the body lacks sufficient oxygen to maintain normal cell function. Hydrogen cyanide is absorbed into the bloodstream and can interfere with the transport of oxygen to vital organs, especially the brain and heart, causing dizziness, confusion, and loss of consciousness. A lethal dose of cyanide can stop the heart from beating, leading to death. The danger lies in the concentration of cyanide released from crushed or chewed seeds, which increases the amount of amygdalin broken down into cyanide. Though humans can detoxify small amounts of cyanide via enzymes like rhodinase, which convert it to thiocyanate, less toxic, excessive consumption overwhelms the body's detoxification mechanisms. Although the number of seeds needed to cause poisoning is high, it only takes a few crushed or chewed seeds to cause harm. Number 3. Elderberries. Elderberries themselves are generally safe to eat when ripe and properly prepared, but certain parts of the plant, particularly unripe berries, seeds, leaves, and stems, contain cyanogenic glycosides, the same compounds found in apple seeds. When these parts of the plant are consumed, they can be broken down in the body to release hydrogen cyanide. Cyanide blocks the activity of cytochrome C oxidase, which leads to the inhibition of cellular respiration, causing hypoxia and cell death. As a result, individuals poisoned by cyanide experience symptoms like nausea, vomiting, dizziness, and in severe cases, respiratory failure, coma, and death. The toxic components of elderberries are destroyed when the berries are cooked, which is why elderberry syrup and elderberry jam made from cooked berries are safe. However, the raw berries, unripe fruit, or other parts of the plant can lead to significant poisoning if consumed improperly. There have been reports of people being hospitalized after consuming elderberry juice made from raw or improperly prepared elderberries, resulting in cyanide poisoning symptoms. Number 4. Nutmeg. Nutmeg contains a compound called myristicin, which has psychoactive effects on the central nervous system. Myristicin is chemically similar to amphetamine derivatives and acts as a monoamine oxidase inhibitor, MAOI, affecting the breakdown of neurotransmitters in the brain. When consumed in large quantities, myristicin can cause hallucinations, delirium, and psychoactive effects similar to a hallucinogenic drug. Ingesting as little as 2 to 3 teaspoons of nutmeg can cause severe toxicity, with symptoms such as dizziness, dry mouth, nausea, vomiting, and tachycardia, rapid heart rate. Larger doses can lead to severe nausea, seizures, organ failure, and even death. Myristicin is metabolized in the body to a compound called MMDA, which has similar effects to MDMA, ecstasy. However, unlike traditional drugs, the toxic dose of nutmeg causes intense nausea and vomiting, making it a dangerous method of self-intoxication. The toxicity of nutmeg arises from its psychoactive effects, which can overwhelm the body and lead to organ toxicity and death in extreme cases. Number 5. Lychees. Lychees are a tropical fruit that contain a toxin called hypoglycin, which is responsible for the dangerous effects of unripe lychees. Hypoglycin inhibits the activity of enzymes involved in gluconeogenesis, the process by which the body produces glucose from non-carbohydrate sources, such as proteins and fats. When gluconeogenesis is disrupted, blood sugar levels drop dramatically, resulting in hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia can be particularly dangerous in children, especially if they are malnourished or underfed. Symptoms of hypoglycemia include seizures, confusion, dizziness, and loss of consciousness. If left untreated, hypoglycemia can progress to acute encephalopathy, brain swelling, and lead to coma or even death. In regions like northern India, where children have eaten large quantities of unripe lychees on an empty stomach, there have been documented cases of severe hypoglycemia leading to seizures and death. The empty stomach condition exacerbates the blood sugar imbalance, making the toxin even more dangerous. Number 6. Rhubarb. Rhubarb is a peculiar plant in that the stalks are edible, but the leaves contain significant amounts of toxins. The primary toxic compounds are oxalic acid and anthraquinone glycosides. Oxalic acid is an organic acid found in many plants, but in rhubarb leaves, it is present in high concentrations, up to 0.5 to 1%. When ingested, oxalic acid can bind to calcium in the body, forming calcium oxalate crystals that are insoluble and accumulate in the kidneys, causing kidney stones and potentially leading to kidney failure. Oxalic acid is also corrosive, which means that it can cause burns to the mouth, throat, and digestive tract, leading to symptoms like abdominal pain, nausea, and vomiting. In severe cases, it can damage the kidneys so much that it leads to acute renal failure. The anthraquinone glycosides in the leaves are irritants to the gastrointestinal system and can cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal cramps. In severe poisoning cases, this combination of toxins can lead to multi-organ failure. Historically, people have consumed rhubarb leaves during periods of food scarcity, leading to numerous cases of poisoning. The toxic effects of rhubarb leaves are potent enough that consuming even a small amount can be dangerous, particularly when raw. Number 7. Fugu. Pufferfish. Fugu, or pufferfish, is known for containing tetrodotoxin, one of the most potent neurotoxins found in nature. Tetrodotoxin works by blocking voltage-gated sodium channels on nerve cell membranes. These sodium channels are responsible for the propagation of action potentials, the electrical signals that neurons use to communicate. By inhibiting sodium channel function, tetrodotoxin halts the flow of sodium ions into cells, which prevents neurons from transmitting electrical signals. As a result, the nervous system ceases to function properly, leading to paralysis. Tetrodotoxin is extremely toxic in small quantities, just 2 milligrams, the size of a match head, can cause death. It blocks nerve conduction throughout the body, which includes motor neurons that control muscle function and the diaphragm, which is crucial for breathing. As the toxin progresses, respiratory failure occurs, and the person may suffocate due to paralysis of the respiratory muscles. Tetrodotoxin also has an affinity for the heart and can cause arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats, and circulatory collapse. Fugu poisoning often starts with symptoms like tingling around the mouth, nausea, and vomiting, followed by rapid deterioration into paralysis and respiratory failure. Only highly trained chefs can safely prepare fugu by removing the toxic parts, but even slight mistakes during preparation can lead to poisoning. In conclusion, while many of the foods we consume regularly are safe and nutritious, it's crucial to recognize that improper handling or preparation can lead to dangerous consequences. Foods like apple seeds, fugu, rhubarb leaves, elderberries, red kidney beans, nutmeg, and lychees are perfect examples of how certain foods can turn toxic if not managed properly. These toxic compounds, such as cyanide, neurotoxins, and lectins, can pose serious health risks, and even prove fatal, if consumed carelessly. It is essential to understand the proper cooking methods, ensure the right ripeness, and be mindful of the toxic parts of these foods to avoid harm. By educating ourselves on these potential dangers, we not only protect our own health but also have the power to share this important knowledge with others. As you continue to enjoy a variety of foods, remember that the key to safety lies in preparation and awareness. Whether it's removing harmful seeds, cooking beans properly, or avoiding unripe fruits, being informed is the best way to ensure your meals are safe and enjoyable. So, the next time you're about to indulge in any of these potentially hazardous foods, take the extra step to ensure you're preparing them correctly. Stay safe, share this crucial information, and continue to make smarter, healthier choices in the kitchen. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on living safely and making informed decisions in your everyday life. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.